Hey now, we're back. It's still Sunday, but I'm going to try to knock some of these out because I'm a CPA. I'm in my busy season, so I got to hit these out hard. So before I start Rick Ferrell, hit the like button, please, and subscribe if you're not. But I don't know why you're watching for Rick Ferrell if you're going to watch any of these. So let's talk about Rick Ferrell. Rick Ferrell, catcher for the Washington Senators. He's probably best known for when he retired. He had the American League longest streak of active catchers behind the plate. But like that's just been broken by Carlton Fisk. But I mean, if you look at Rick Ferrell's numbers by themselves, they don't scream Hall of Famer. Now, granted, he was very good behind the plate, but he got into the Hall of Fame through the Veterans Committee in 1984. And in 1984, it was like the very beginning of like sabermetrics. So he didn't get in through sabermetrics at all or anything like that. A matter of fact, if you look at his what was it? His home run records and everything, not records, but his batting average, they're very low. His WAR is in the low 20s. He has his brother Wes Ferrell, who many argue should be in the Hall of Fame. It's actually more home runs, and he was a pitcher than Rick Ferrell. So how did he end up in the Hall of Fame? Well, the rumor is around Detroit, and he passed away and lived right around here because he was general manager of the Tigers for a long time. But the rumor is, like Al Kaline was in the Veterans Committee room, and he went around the room and said, listen, it's a secret ballot. I can't tell you how to vote, but if you can do me a favor, like Rick Ferrell's a friend, can one of you just please vote for him just so he could say he got a vote here? And voila, he's in. And matter of fact, his daughter Karen still lives around here. She lives in Ann Arbor, and I've talked to her, and I go to her like, "What was your brother's reaction when he found out? Not your brother, your father's reaction when he got in the Hall of Fame?" And she's like, "He was shocked. It was the greatest day of his life." And I'm like, "Of course he was shocked. He doesn't deserve to be in the Hall of Fame, but nevertheless, he's in." He was a great signer throughout his life, and without any further ado, we're going to look into the autograph analysis of Mr. Rick Ferrell. So I'm going to start with the PSA database analysis. Now, this is a very young autograph of Rick Ferrell. And again, it's so similar than we're going to see later on in life. Obviously, this is when he was still playing. Earlier, I mean, you're not going to see these that often. Like the R is further down, you're going to see the F is a little further up. But again, even throughout his life, he was very consistent with an R, a break, then the ICK, the F, a break, and then the rest of his name. So, I mean, I don't like looking at older autographs only because the more common autographs of these players are going to be the ones they sign after the induction into the Hall of Fame. But again, right here, you're looking for the F, you're looking for the hook or like a C coming down. Again, this is still a 1954 earlier autograph, and you're going to see that this hook, I'm going to call it, gets further and further down. Now, he was a very gracious signer, and it's very common. Matter of fact, you should see him signing every single letter of his name. There should be nothing rushed. Again, you can see right here. Again, the R with the hook right here kind of disappears, but he kept this F and the C or the hook, whatever you want to call it, common. Again, you're going to see the R is further down, the F is further up. I'd like to get to a little more. Okay, so now we're getting closer here to what he had with his more common autograph. And again, right here, the R is down, the F is falling further down. Again, you see a break between the R, break between the F. Now, he signed constantly. He was all around Detroit. I remember right when I started collecting in the 90s, he was a very good through-the-mail signer. So again, its autograph is not rare at all. You can see a later in life signature with the R and the break and the F and the break. And it, again, should be higher up, and the Ferrell should be higher up. The R and the F are by far the highest letters of the alphabet, sorry, not of his name, again, right here. Now, again, I'm going to show you not my autograph. I mean, you should be able to get right here. This is a inscription. And the 1806 obviously was the record amount of games. And you'll see the inscriptions are out there, even though he died in the mid-90s. People were starting to get inscriptions right there. And again, like this is a ball sign, I would say late 80s, early 90s, a beautiful autograph. You can see every letter right here, and the R comes right over the R-I-C-K. And again, he took a lot of pride in his autograph. Moving on, this is the autograph I got of him. The only thing I would say interesting about this autograph is you're going to see it's a little shaky because this was signed at his last signing he ever did. It was actually a public signing with a local promoter. He was so sick they had to make it private. I remember going to the event and like, we're going to take it all. We're going to take it to his home. He signed it. He got it back, and he died a couple of months later. So you can see here the C is not as nice as you like to be. It goes sort of down. It doesn't go all the way around. It's a little choppy. But again, he was like late 80s when he signed this. So I was just happy to get it back at the time. Again, not a tough signature at all. If you go to eBay, you can see a beautiful signed baseball by him. Again, I don't think anyone's faking a Rick Ferrell autograph for $49. And I'm looking at sold 50, 60, even with the Hall of Fame inscriptions. And again, he's spaced out the 1984. So if you're looking for a Hall of Fame autograph in Scribe Baseball, you're looking for like the O wrapping around. The 8 should be open right here. He doesn't close his H. You could see that right here. And again, $100. Again, that's not a lot of money. Yeah, signed playing cards you're going to pay more money for. So Rick Ferrell, not a tough autograph. But speaking of not tough autographs, we're going to move on to Raleigh Fingers. So, I mean, the man signs a ton. I mean, he's probably more known for his mustache than anything. But until then, as always, you know what to do, and that's keep collecting.